Hey you guys, it's Yesenia from WriterMom.net, and I'm here on New Year's Day 2019. Happy New Year. I've been basically working on this all day yesterday and today, just thinking about 2018, thinking about how that the whole year went, and taking all of that information and lessons learned and figure out what I want for 2019 and how I'm going to get there. So if you missed yesterday's video, I did a video yesterday all about 2018 lessons learned and how everything went, all the cool things that happened. One of the coolest things that did happen was that I made $20,000 on my books from the time I published for the first time. Basically, I started publishing my new Written to Market series in April, with a little bit of money made before that on my backlist, which I actually ended up unpublishing in October, but that's another story. Probably something I should also jot down. I think that's one thing that I forgot to mention. Just I was like reflecting and writing things down for 2018. But yeah, I made $20,000, so it was a great year. It's my best year yet. And I feel like it's just been, I leveled up in so many ways and I made so much progress. But now I'm just ready to move forward into 2019 and, kind of share how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to make even more progress, level up my income again, and kind of just everything I want to do. So this is my dream year planner. So this is kind of what I'm going to be reading from as I kind of go through my goals. This is the dream year planner. So I actually designed this, and you can learn more about it at writermom.net/planner. And it has screenshots and a live unboxing, and you can kind of look more at the pages and everything. And this is version 2.0 of last year's Creative Mom Planner. So this was last year's planner. You can see how worn out and everything that it is. And, this was a really great tool for 2018. And I knew that I had to have it in 2019, but I ended up making lots of tweaks and changes to it. And even just working with it today, I already know a couple of things I want to change for next year and make it even better. But it's already been a great tool. And so today I've been filling it out. The first few pages are kind of just journal pages about 2018. So kind of thinking of what are some of the best things that happened. So I'm going to actually write down going into KU. Putting my books into KU and publishing backlist, because I'm going to make 2.0 versions. So I'm kind of glad that I remembered that while I was talking to you guys, because that's definitely one of the best things that happened in 2018 was going into KU, writing, launching to market, going to the Smarter Artist Summit and 20 Books conferences. I wrote down actually this family summer trip that we took that was really great. Definitely want to do that again this year. We moved to a bigger, better house. That was great too. Had my first $3,000 month, and my biggest month was actually $3,400. So that was awesome. My two accountability groups, they were super helpful, and I leveled up my mindset and productivity. So that was great. And then what worked, I just wrote down a bunch of things that worked, like dropping off the toddler and having that alone time to recharge and work and focus, making a release schedule, setting a timer while I write so that I can reach my daily writing goal and not waste time, masterminding with my groups, taking the weekends off, just self-care, time off, sleep, water, working out, eating well, using my paper planner, setting and tracking goals, using my Write Club for editing, ordering groceries. That saved me a lot of time and energy. Writing for 3 hours in the summer, from 6 to 9 a.m. before the kids were up, that was huge. What didn't work and what good came from it. So trying to work on the weekends and not taking time to rest and recharge, trying to work with a toddler around, not getting enough sleep, late night meetings and then staying up too late and kind of getting a second wind, trying to work the same during the holidays. So that's definitely something I'm going to keep in mind for next year is like scheduling time off during the holidays because I think it's really a time for me to recharge. Like I kind of just stay offline. I read a lot, I hang out with my family a lot. I work on my goals a lot actually. And it feels like a time for me to like consume and rest and recharge and then to get ready for the new year. Let's see. What did I learn? I need and want time off, especially on the evenings and weekends. I need alone time to work. Consistency is everything, from writing to launching, just being consistent. I need to spend time every day learning and on ads. I leveled up. I can and will do it again in 2019. What am I most grateful for from 2018? My writing friends, my accountability and masterminding, money I made for my books. Like that was huge. This is the first time I went into $20,000. Like every other year, I'd only made like $9,000 or less. So I felt like I broke through this barrier and now I'm ready to break through the next one. Family support, having a flexible schedule. Like that was awesome whenever my kids were sick or, there was some kind of thing going on with my family and they needed something, from me and I was able to help. That was great. Learning from others, good books, TV and movies, finally writing and launching to market. So those are some things that I was grateful for. What made me happy? Conferences and getting away for a few days, me time, self-care, being up at 6 a.m. and getting enough sleep, reading and TV, learning and courses, seeing my money increase like over the whole year. I went from making $600 a month to $2,000 a month to $2,500 a month to now like over $3,000 a month. So that was great. Reader emails and comments and getting bestseller tags and seeing my books have like amazing ranks. Being able to be flexible, that made me happy. Whenever something important came up, I could just like not stress about it and just do it. Time with my husband and kids, publishing. Anytime I hit publish or hit the end on a draft, that was awesome. That made me super happy. And then for welcome 2019, what do I want for 2019? How do I want to feel? I want to keep leveling up. I want to feel successful. Like there's nothing I can't do. I want my business to keep growing. I want to publish consistently, write consistently, feel rested, productive, not like I'm working constantly. I want to put myself first, but also my business without it taking up all of my time. I definitely believe that I can like make amazing money doing this, but not have to like write myself into the ground or burn out or like sacrifice my health or family time. What would a breakthrough year look like for me? I want to triple my income again. So next year I want to make $60,000, or should I say this year I want to make $60,000. I want to hit $10,000 or more per month, publish every 2 to 3 months. Master ads, massively boost my backlist and launches using ads, level up mindset around eating and money, work up to 6 hours a day, maybe 2 to 3 hours on the weekends. And then my biggest goals for 2019, again, $60,000 or more, triple my income, have my first $10,000 month, master Facebook and Amazon ads, publish every 2 months, write 2,000 words a day, Monday through Friday. Also edit or outline 30 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. Take time off, for holidays, summer trips, that kind of thing. Read 40 awesome books. Level up my mindset around money. Level up my mindset around eating and lose 20 pounds. So something I want to do. What will I give up to make 2019 my best year ever? Again, also super important to think about. I'm going to give up negative self-talk, not believing I can do it, staying up late, overeating, comparisonitis, wasting time, or not being consistent. What will I start doing to make 2019 my best year ever? I wrote down being more consistent. So every day, Monday through Friday, pushing forward, doing what I need to do, even if it feels hard. Putting my self-care first, sleep, water, what I'm eating, my 24-hour plan, my miracle morning at 6 a.m. Positive self-talk, hiring help, especially with the house stuff. A lot of authors are like, oh, I wish I could hire somebody to help me do my ads or blah, blah. Like I'm fine doing all of that. I love doing all of this publishing stuff and marketing stuff. I could really just use help with all of the mom stuff because I think that's where I burn out the most. Is just being overwhelmed with all the mom stuff and everything that there is to do. What is my theme or word for 2019? How will I live this theme in 2019? So after thinking about this for a long time, I couldn't decide, but then I went through both of these pages and it was just like so obvious. Consistency. Consistency is going to be my word for 2019. I just want to learn how to be more consistent and master consistency. That doesn't mean being perfect because, life happens, but just be more consistent than ever. What I do every day matters. It's important, and it's what actually pushes my business toward my most important goals, which for me really is $60,000. So, sorry, I'm getting a text message. Okay, you can wait. 2,000 words. So the way I'm going to be consistent is like through this system. So yes, I want to publish X amount of books, or I want to do this, I want to do that. But the way it's going to happen is by being consistent through this system of writing 2,000 words a day, Monday through Friday, 45 minutes of outlining or editing Monday through Friday, and then working on my ads or marketing daily. 30 to 90 minutes. So probably 90 minutes for the most part, but if anything happens, I'm on like at least 30. And then I have a page here for my morning routine, everything I want to do, wake up, splash my face with water, brush my teeth, put on my workout clothes, so I'm ready to go there. Drink my water, do my miracle morning and my 24-hour plan. And then what's new here is 24-hour plan and a writing sprint. I want to do one little writing sprint, even if it's just 5-10 minutes before I have to get the kids up to get them ready. So I would love that. So even if something crazy ends up happening, like happened in November, like if I can just do a 5 to 10 minute sprint, like bam, that's a win. Evening routine, it's kind of blank. I'm really trying to keep this flexible because I'm a mom. And sometimes we have after school activities, we have family things, nephew basketball games, kids are sick, or I have this going on, or a meeting here, whatever. If my husband is working nights or days. So I really just try to keep it flexible, and just anywhere between 7:30 to 8:30, I'm going to begin kids' bedtime routine. And some days it might even be as early as 7, just because if something's been crazy and we've been doing lots of after school stuff and getting home late, sometimes I'll get my kids, start getting them into bed by 7, like get them into their bath and everything by 7, so that by 7:30 they're in bed and they're getting, the extra rest that they need. But anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30 on a normal day will be good, so that they're in bed pretty soon after that. And then by 9:15 to 9:30, I'm going to bed. So I'm brushing my teeth, changing into sleeping clothes, pajamas, I guess that's what they're called, and washing my face, all that good stuff. And then so that I can actually get into bed, read for a few minutes, journal or whatever I need to do. And by 10 p.m. lights are out and I'm about to snooze. So then I have a daily schedule here, which I won't get into here, but I just made sure that I have time for those things that I said, my workouts, my miracle morning and whole morning routine, writing 2,000 words, editing and outlining my ads and marketing, and, with a little bit of time in there to work on my course that I'm doing around eating and food and nutrition and losing weight, and then also writer mom stuff. And I put in here, let's see, get up. Yeah, so on the weekend I won't be writing, but I'll be setting aside a few hours to catch up or get ahead or like work on anything that I'm behind on, that kind of thing. So those are like the first few pages of my planner. And then let me go ahead and share with you kind of like the overall 2019 goals. And then from there, I'll share with you like the first quarter goals. Well, some of these things are going to be similar because I'm just focusing on my system so much this year of like being consistent with my 2,000 words a day, editing, outlining 45 minutes a day, and, marketing. So you'll see in a minute. So overall I put, Overall, I want to level up again. I want to make 2019 even better. I underlined that than 2018 in all aspects. So money, with my fiction, with writer mom, self-care, how much I'm working. I want to level up in every way. So I have like a few different little sections here, and you can see just how much. But again, this is pretty much for the whole year, just kind of every little area of my life. So for self-care, I put down, this is the foundation for an amazing year. So I'm really, this came first. So sleep, 8 hours a night, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., be in bed by 9:30 p.m. Workout 5 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes. Level up my mindset around eating and get back in a healthy weight range, so lose 20 pounds or more. Take time off, don't burn out. So I put, take into account the school calendar, holidays, birthdays, sick days, personal days as needed. Take time for my hair, brows, and nails because, well, it's not fun to go and take that time to be there and get it done after. I just feel so much more put together and like a human being. And so that's it for self-care. And like a lot of this I'm already doing, or if I'm adding it, like I already know where it's going to go in my day. The only thing I probably need to do is like actually schedule reminders for the brows, hair, and nails. So I can do that. And then for my YA fiction, for this, I put this is my #1 work priority. So for fiction, like I said, 2,000 words a day, Monday through Friday, and 75 minutes or less. So I'm literally going to sit down and set a timer and not really stop unless for like 2 minutes until I get there. Because I have found that that's what works the best for me. And if I can just get it out of the way, that just really helps. Edit or outline for 45 minutes Monday through Friday, market for 90 minutes Monday through Friday. So this will be ads, newsletter, my Facebook group, any kind of business task as well, like backing up my computer or checking my book sales and, logging that. Publish 5 to 6 YA books. Stay 1 to 2 books ahead of schedule. So there you go. That's how many books I want to publish this year. At least 5 or 6. 6, I can do 6 if I stay on schedule, but I'm putting 5 to 6 just in case something happens. For example, we are actually probably going to try for another baby this year. So if that ends up happening and I end up getting pregnant throughout the year, I know I'm probably going to be like, it's going to be rough going the first few months. If it's been like any of my other pregnancies, I'm probably going to be like stuck in bed, throwing up all day, all kinds of fun stuff. Or if it happened to be in the last part of the pregnancy throughout the year, that's also rough. It's like this 1 6-week magical period in between the first and last trimesters where like I actually feel okay and I can eat and I can stay awake, and then the last part is also horrible and I want it to be over and I can't move and I get breathless just like sitting up and all like all other fun stuff. So I'm kind of taking that into account. If it ends up being 5, that's still awesome, but I'd like to do 6 and stay. That's why I want to stay ahead of schedule. Master Facebook, Amazon ads. I'd also like to do BookBub and Pinterest ads, but I really want to master Facebook and Amazon ads. Keep books in the top 50 of my main category. Get my book to higher. There's something going on with that book. It's not as high as any of the other books, and I need to figure out why, if it's the cover or the title or something. Become a top name in YA romance. Start making $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Publish this. So that's kind of like, those are the bigger goals. But then after here, I have some like smaller goals. Like I have a short story I want to publish. Engage readers consistently via Facebook and newsletter, live video, Teaser Tuesday, Fun Friday giveaway. Write live on Twitch and create super fans. That's something I want to try. Create a Patreon. Create the BFF series box set once book 5 is out, and do an audio. So I haven't been doing audio for that series, and the series actually sells pretty well, so I need to do something there. And then qualify and go to NINC, which should actually happen within the next month or so. So I'm excited about that. And then I want to go to 20 books to 50K again. I want to have 0 business debt. So right now I have about like a couple $1,000s on my credit card, and I just want to like finish paying that off and not have any debt. And I want to have a few $1,000s in my savings as like a little war chest to use for whatever. Do something with my superhero series. So I have this idea for a superhero series, and I want to do something with that this year. And then for Writer Mom, this isn't as much of a priority. This is just like as I can do it. If something crazy happens and all of a sudden my time is cut in half, this is probably going to be some of the first things to go, but I'm going to give up editing, so that's going to get some of my time back. I want to grow my newsletter to 500 subscribers. I want to grow the YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't. I want to do 2 videos or more a week. I want to go live or share stories on Instagram. I want to update the Writer Mom blog past posts. There's some past posts from several years ago that just need to be updated, and the images need to be fixed, that kind of thing. I need to update my social media queue with those Writer Mom posts, because there's like a lot of really awesome things that I have on writermom.net, and I need to like put them in my queue so that they're sharing. Write the Writer Mom book. So I don't know. I want to write something about, my experience as a self-published indie author, and, balancing all of that as a mom too. So I feel like that's something that needs to be written. I want to create and launch a self-publishing or launching course with an option to work with me. So again, something that, won't cost an arm or a leg, but if you're wanting to get started in self-publishing, can help you get started. And then other goals. I want to write and publish a children's book over the summer. I want to read 40 awesome books. I want us, and this is kind of more personal stuff now. Like, I want us to purchase a new car since we want to grow our family this year. We're going to need, tell my husband, if we decide to have another kid, they're not going to fit in the car. So we're going to need a new car. We want to upgrade our home. So we moved this year, and this house is awesome. The backyard is awesome. It's bigger, has more space for us to grow. But we need to upgrade. We need new floors up and downstairs, new kitchen counters, new paint. And we need to kind of spend time decorating a little bit, because I'm just bad at that. I just don't do it. I just don't make time for it. But this year I'm going to make time for that. And then lastly, just check in every quarter with you guys and let you know how everything is going, and post a video on my channel about it. So those are my 2019 overall goals. And it's kind of a lot, but I'm going to be breaking all of this down. And I know that if not all of it happens, that's okay. If I kind of just stick to my systems and stick to my most important goals, I should be able to get a lot done. So I'm kind of excited about that. Now I'm going to share with you guys my first quarter goals. So those are over here. So in the Writer Mom, or in the Dream Year Planner, you have these quarterly planning pages where you can kind of just jot down what are the big goals you want to accomplish this quarter and how are you going to get there. And then there's like a calendar, so I jotted in some dates that I know I need to kind of take off or take a half day off. But you can also, like, if you want to plan out, okay, I want to write this book from here to here and kind of color code and things like that, you can do that. I'm just going to go by like my release schedule and just 2,000 words a day, and I'll just see how much I can do there. But I mean, I may come back in here later and write in some launch dates, some promo dates, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of not done with this, but I've just kind of, for now, I've just filled in some dates that I know my kids are going to be off from school, birthdays, and things like that. So let's see here. I'll probably also just record days, like 6 days and personal days, just to keep a record and see how many working days I had this quarter. So that's actually another good idea that you can do, is just at the top. Okay, if I'm Xing out 5 days here, 5 days there, like how many working days do I have left? And if you know it takes you 30 working days on average to write a book, like boom, you know when your launch date is going to be. So that's awesome. Okay, so first quarter goals. So this is January, February, March. So again, I kind of broke it down into sections here. So starting with my self-care, I'm aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep daily, working out 5 times a week, go back to getting up at 6 a.m. The holidays have been crazy, so I just put there, like, go back to getting up at 6 a.m. and do 1 writing sprint before 6:45 a.m., level up my mindset around food via my PMP course. I'm going to aim to do 1 module a week there so that I can start losing weight and kind of like leveling up my mindset around how I eat, why I eat, all that good stuff. Hair, nails, and eyebrows done regularly. Again, I need to just jot that in probably. Maybe like on a monthly basis might be good. I don't know. I'm going to have to think. Time off for birthdays, school holidays, sick days, personal days. So that's self-care. And again, I just kind of began by thinking about what I want for the year. And then from there, I'm saying, okay, so what do I need to do this quarter? And a lot of this is just going to stay the same. Like, especially a lot of the self-care stuff is just going to stay the same. Writer mom, go live or share stories consistently on Instagram. Do my plan with me video every week. Do my writer mom newsletter on Saturdays and Monday must reads on Mondays. Post 1 video every 2 weeks. And then on the other week, I'm going to work on updating those past blog posts that I told you guys about. And then for reading, I put read 10 awesome books. For YA fiction, so that's probably what's taking up the most space here. Let me show you guys. So here's self-care, writer mom is pretty small, reading, and then YA fiction has 2 columns, and then I have other right here. So YA fiction, what I need to do this quarter is write 2,000 words in 75 minutes or less, Monday through Friday, again, using that timer. Edit or outline 45 minutes, Monday through Friday. Market 60 to 90 minutes, Monday through Friday. So that's ads, newsletter, Facebook group, business tasks. So those 3 starred things is kind of like my system. So I'm just going to focus on being consistent with that. And if I do that, a lot of this other stuff is going to happen on its own. And then so that's what the rest are. These little dots are more like, okay, actual goals. And then these are like the system to get there. Okay, so the first one is publish that short story. I'm going to try to do that this month. Publish The Boyfriend's Heir in February. That's the book that I'm working on right now. Have book 5 ready by March or April. So I'm going to start drafting that one next. Excuse me. I'm going to draft the first book of my next series this quarter, and I need to use Facebook, Amazon, and BookBub ads to keep my books in the top 50 of my main category. So right now there's 1 book that's always consistently in the top 50. There's one that's sometimes, and then another one that's just always seems to be in the top 50 to 100. So I just need to boost the other 2 books. And then figure out why book 2 underperforms and fix as needed. Consistently engage fans via Facebook and newsletter. Create and announce my Patreon. Keep $1,000 in my business savings account. Keep paying off my business credit card. So what I'm doing there actually is I've done Dave Ramsey before with our personal finances, and it's worked really, really well, as you'll see in a minute. And now I'm going to start using that in my business. And so like I said before, I have like a couple $1,000s of debt, and I just haven't been able to get rid of it. And so I'm just going to start implementing the Dave Ramsey, and that starts with $1,000 in savings as an emergency fund for my business, and then cutting out expenses as much as possible and putting that towards paying off the credit card. So I have been making like really good payments on that. It's just so easy when you have a credit card to swipe. And then last thing, hit $4,000 per month or more. So I haven't hit $4,000 yet. I've been up to $3,400 per month, but I want to hit $4,000 a month or more this quarter. So with my next couple of launches, I'm going to have, let's see here. I think I'm going to have just 1 launch. I'm going to have 1 launch in February, and then I'll either launch in March or maybe at the beginning of April. So I'll have either 1 or 2 launches this month. So if I stay on track and do that, I should be able to hit $4,000 or more pretty easily, just because volume. And then also I'm going to be seriously working on my ads. So definitely should happen. And then other, file 2018 taxes. And then for our personal, I want us to finish our $9,000 emergency fund. We're pretty close. And then I want us to save $10,000 for our new car. So I have a few different ideas for how we're gonna do that, and it's not just gonna like pop out of thin air. I already have a few things that we need to do anyway, so that which should help get us there. It's kind of a little bit of a hefty goal, but with everything, with the money that we're putting away right now and everything like that, we should be able to do that. So I'm excited for that too, because we're gonna need a bigger car. So yeah, those are my first quarter goals. Lots of little things happening, but I'm pretty much just focusing essentially on my self-care. That's already scheduled in. That's number one. And then this is my number one work priority. And again, if I focus on these systems, I'm going to be referring back to these every month and every week, so that I'm like, okay, I published a short story this month. Maybe next month I'll create the Patreon, and the next month I'll do this. And so I'll just pick off little things to do every week or every month, just depending on how much time they take. And then if I focus on those systems up here, then a lot of this other stuff is going to get done. So yeah, I'm just super excited, you guys. So those are first quarter goals. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want to share your goals and help stay accountable, make sure you do that, whether you're on YouTube or you're on the blog. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, so now that I have my yearly goals and my quarterly goals in place, I'm going to go and do this week's Plan With Me video and start planning for January and what I need to do this week. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you head over to writermom.net, sign up for the Saturday morning newsletter, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.